we're back, everyone. I'm all fed up. I had dinner, team's out, so I can sit in with you guys for the final. Hello, Mike from Oregon. Pretty good break there. Got to shoot high ball. Where the 13 is, and you want to anyway because they're all hanging. Shoot the 9 first here. Tricky 60, Donnie Branson. What's up, buddy? Sean Jolly, what's up? So if Trick 60 is Donnie Branson, did you play in that team event? I think you played in that other team event. The Arizona versus Nevada. And it's Ben Francis on the mic here, if you guys didn't know already. I know I sound a little like Grant. My team got 4th, Teresa. Got our money back and a few bucks. Cover some costs. What's up, Bill? Rhonda, how's it going? You're watching Wacy right now, looking like he's going to run out this first rack. He's going to shoot this 9, try to get a little angle on the 11 so he can slide over for the 50 in the side. Oh, I don't know if you can see by the 6 now. From the angle that I can see, it doesn't look great, but he would have to put that running inside on it anyway to run the ball in. Throw the ball in a little and try to go 2 rails. Get on the 15 the side. Oh, he had plenty of it to punch it in. And it goes in the corner. Good shot. If you guys didn't know already, you know now, Wacy's a great player. Nice out there. 10-0 by Wacy. And looks like we got Jeremy Brand at the table right now, trying to chip safe. It's not a bad result, but I think it's possible to shoot this 3 ball and maybe draw into the 15 and break that 7. It's not easy with the cue ball close to the rail and not much angle. You're right, Corey. It was a little harder than it needed to be, but nonetheless, you got the job done. The finish line is all that matters. And That is correct. This is the last match, Teresa. Potentially the last match. Kickstick Plus has to win twice. They've been playing pretty good, so I wouldn't put it by them. 50-50 won the A side, so they've definitely been playing good the whole tournament. Should be a good match, judging by the first game. That was a nice little out. Gotta love it when you can break and run the first rack, put the heat on them right away. That was a very great shot he played there. Not easy with that distance to put that ball right in the heart and get the right rub on the 5. Really great pot he made on that ball. And this is a good angle he's got here. You can stun this in, leave a little angle on the 2. 8's pretty close to the pocket, so you won't have a problem with that ball. Just gotta pot these 2. And a straight in 8 to claw back. 5 points here, claw back. He made a really good first shot to go into those balls, break it out. And then he made a really nice shot on the 1 ball to go into the 5 nicely. Super out from where we watched it. Yeah, Peter Wasey gave you the whooping yesterday too. He's done that to a few guys this tournament. We're watching Clint Bear's paw here. He's looking like he'll probably work this out. He's gonna have to play a good shot to get on that 11 though. Let the balls lay nicely to develop into that. I think he was trying to get on it right there, because to do it last ball is going to be tough. He can do it now. Go into it. Little inside English hit the 8. We don't want to tie up the 8. Well, the nice thing about that is he can probably shoot the 11, draw into the 6, bump the 6 off the rail. He's got the 9 hanging. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, he's just going to try to shape it up. I don't mind that either. He must have had too much of an angle to draw into the 6. Oh, he got a good horn there. Now he's got a nice bank. He probably makes this. He banks pretty good. Good potter. In the heart. I'll do a score check every so often too, make sure I got it right. Watching both tables. Casey, Happy New Year. Sean, I am going to Niagara in March, so I'm sure we'll meet up there. That'll be a good tournament. CCS, Canadians, Niagara Falls. Playing with the defending team champs, that should be fun. Yeah, Sean makes a great point too. I was telling Johnny that outside. I said it looked like everybody had pretty good time. This place was packed last night. Everybody looked like they had a lot of fun, and the competition's been great. It's been some really intense games. Teresa, how many points does the team have to have? Well, it's a VNEA format, so you play points, total points out of 25 games. So a win is 10, and then you get a point for every ball for the loser. So you could lose 10-7 if you miss the 8. Or if your opponent has all the balls on the table, you win 10-0. So we'll see what Narcisse tries to do here. This is a little bit tricky where this 1-6 is. Doesn't really have the combo. He might actually have the combo. Yeah, there's quite a few leagues around the world that play VNEA rules, actually. It's a pretty big tournament in Vegas every year. So they get teams from all over that use this same points format. It's an easy way to do a handicap system without handicapping games, rather handicap points. Hello, Catherine from Portland. Welcome. So she's eyeing up if that 10 will go on the side, which I don't think it does because she would probably shoot it first. So she tried to make something happen with the cue ball there. Sean, your handicap's 9.5 out of 10. It's pretty steady. They used a max handicap. In this one, it was more of a known ability thing, so you could be rated as high as a 12 or as low as a 7. Then they total up all your team points, 5 players. Whatever the difference is, that's how many points you handicap each round. Up to a maximum of 13, which we gave up in the first match we played. It was pretty tough. We gave up 12 and 10 a couple times. It was pretty tough. But they made it pretty fair. They rated all the players well. through known ability and some league rankings, Fargo ratings. Handful of people managed to get it pretty close. This will be the format in Edmonton, February 15th to 18th. That's the VNEA Westerns in Edmonton, Alberta, at the River Cree. That'll be a great event. Always lots of teams there. Same format for that one. What's up, Robert? Oh, he's eyeing up this combo now. I might be more inclined to try to back cut that in the top right as we're looking at it. Just because the pocket is bigger than it would be for the combo. I think the combo is tough. He hit it good. He's going to have to play another one. This 1-4 combo, maybe. Well, that explains why your average is so high, Sean. If it's not the same level of players as you, then your average would be high. Hey, Mandy. Let's see how he hits this combo. It's a big shot. It was pretty wired. He hit it with some authority. And he's perfect on this 6. So now the problem becomes getting angle on the 1 to get on the 8 in the right-hand side pocket or the upper right corner. But I'm thinking the side pocket will probably be where he'd want to end up. And this is a perfect angle. Just slide down. I think from my view, he's got a pretty good angle here, but could be a little different from down the ball. He could be a little straighter than I think. Yeah, looking at the table from the side, it looks like you can probably slide down with a little punch stroke. Just got to get past the side pocket, bounce out, shoot the 8 in the right-hand side. Tricky little shot to get speed right here, though. This requires a pretty good touch. Yeah, he got underneath it too much. He's going rail, ball. It's still better than scratching, I guess. Only slightly. You never know what could happen here. You kick and get a good hit and maybe plug a pocket or somehow sneak it by there. Well, that's the main thing, Sean. If you still have fun and you help them out, that's super sporty of you to do that. That's what the game's all about. It's the only way to grow it. Well, that was a tough kick. That was always going to be a tough one. Catherine, this is not Scotch or singles. It's just a team event this weekend. So it's 5-player teams, and you have to have a lady play. So it's four guys and a gal. And a little handicap involved. 24 teams, money added, steak dinner provided with entry for all the players. They give away trophies, little pullover jackets. They're nice, and they did this one up really good, really good. So it looks like Trudy won on the other table. Oh, this is going to be a tester, this shot. The way she's been potting, though, I expect her to make this. Casey, New Year's was great. Spent it with some family. My dad and my brother and my sister. It was good times. Yeah, Billings in a couple weeks, Rick. That'll be a great one. It'll be myself. Wow, what a great shot she played there. What a great shot she played. I will do a score check every now and then, guys. Make sure I got it right. Watching both these tables can get a little hectic. How was your New Year's, Casey? Yeah, that crystal she shoots great. She played really good earlier today when my team played against her. She made a clutch shot in the final games to kind of seal the deal. It's always nice to see when the pressure's on and somebody can come through it. That is a pretty good break considering he almost went straight in the side. Instead, he made a couple balls. And he's got to look at the table where he would have gave up ball in hand. Catherine, you don't have to qualify for this tournament. You just had to put a team together or get picked up by a team. We did have people travel from Montana, Saskatchewan. I believe there was a team from Manitoba, people from all around Alberta, BC. So there was some traveling happening. Portland, I believe, yeah, I couldn't quote how long the drive is, but I know the flight could only be maybe 3 hours. What's up, Darcy? No problem, Catherine. So I think this was kind of a one-off tournament, but they have lots of tournaments here at the Hidden Spot in Calgary, Alberta. So if you're ever in the area, you can look it up. There's at least a handful of big tournaments throughout the year. They have a really big ladies tournament every year, Catherine, that you might have heard of, called the Ashton Twins Classic. Ladies only, lots of pros, really good event, well run. And last year they had 10,000 Canadian dollars added. Rick, I'll bring my drinking shoes for one day of the event, possibly at the end. It's going to be a really tough tournament. I saw some of the names on that list were Field of Champions. I know I'm traveling with a car full of world beaters, so not going to be an easy one to win by any means. Yeah, Catherine, if you could ever make it down to play in that tournament, you'd absolutely love it. Be a great experience for any player, no matter what level you play at. Well, it looks like Clint won 10-6 on the other table. I think I'm pretty close to the score, other than maybe if there's a handicap. There might be a couple points handicapped here. Per round, that is. But yeah, as I was saying, Catherine, if you could ever make it out to that tournament, you'd have a blast. You'd have an absolute blast. Well worth the trip. And if you can't make it out, we stream it, so you can always watch it on here. Hello, Tom from Ireland. Thanks for watching. We appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Like Bernie says, last year there was a pro from Japan. Kyoko Sone came from Japan and entered on the B side because she was late. She's one of the best players in the world. Vivian Villarreal won it, and I believe Brittany Bryant got second. And yeah, Rick, that tournament sounds like, from what I've heard from a handful of guys that have gone from here in the last couple of years, that is a really well-run tournament. So there was a carload going. I figured I'd jump in and see what'll happen. It's in Billings, Montana. Catherine, I couldn't quote the date, but if you add the hidden spot, you can find it on Facebook. Maybe you can add the page there, and they'll keep you updated on when the event will be. I believe they were still trying to choose a venue and a date, so I couldn't quote when the event will be exactly. Like I said, guys, I'll do a score update every now and then just to make sure I got it right and figure out what the handicap is near the end. Once we get down to the nitty-gritty here. Let's see what Trudy's got for the break. She always crushes it. She's making 2 balls. Got a wide open spread. That's a really good break. There's a little work to be done here just because of where the 8 and the 5 are. If the 8 wasn't there, you could shoot stripes fairly easy. And you could shoot solids fairly easy, but the 5 is in a dicey spot with the 12 plug in the hole, so she'll shoot stripes, but she's going to have to navigate that 8 ball out of there. Unless she likes trying to get below it right at the end. might be what she has to do from this situation. Yeah, Murray Trudy has been playing great. She played great against us. And for her team to be in the final, she would have had to play good because the ladies make a big difference in this format. Well, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Yeah, she had a bit of a tricky out here, so instead she's going to put it on Crystal, see what Crystal can do here. Now the 5 goes, so she's going to shoot that first, get on the 4 down here. Ideally, she gets on the 1 ball straight in at some point, will lead her to the 7. She might have almost been better floating down further to get a better angle on the 4, but this can still work. She can shoot the 1 in the side right now. This is a bar box, what they refer to as a bar box. 3.5 by 7 foot. And they are diamond tables. Seven ball is going to pose a problem here. Because she can shoot the 2, then the 6, but she's going to end up with a lot of angle on that 7, which makes getting on that 8 a little tougher. So we'll see what she does here. Just got to worry about these 2 balls first. Well, not the worst outcome because that cue ball on the rail makes potting this 13 in the side a tricky little shot. These side pockets are very tight coming in at that angle, and with your cue ball on the rail is not easy. She played it in the corner and hit it great, but just missed it. I can't tell if she's covered the hole for that 6. Tough to tell from this angle, and a little shiny. Yeah, she had to pot those balls and get on the 7 last. She would have left a pretty wide angle on the 7. It was going to be tough from where she was before there. It looks like Narcisse ran out 10-0 on the other table. That's big for kick sticks. So she was trying to sneak that 6 ball by there, but it was tight. I think she should have shot the 2 first and tried to get closer to the 6, but that's only a matter of opinion as well. Maybe she didn't mind that angle, so she wanted to shoot it then so she could get on the 8 easier after. But I think in this points format, it's that 1 ball can make a big difference, so you should take it, get closer to it, make the 6, then worry about the 8 after. Trudy's cleaning up here nice. She went to work pretty quick there. She made a really great shot on that last ball. From off the rail, that was an impressive shot. There's a good chance this is going to go to a second set. Kick Stick Plus is playing great right now. They beat us, and then they won the next match, and they earned themselves a seat in the final. But they got to win twice here. David Wilson, what's up, buddy? It's going good. How's it going with you? Trudy shoots really good for that short stroke that she has. Absolutely. That's from a lot of bar box play. She knows how to keep that stroke short so she's not moving the cue ball too much. Accuracy stays high. That was a great shot. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I think this 15 will go. So the only problem he's going to have is that that 12 ball up there with the 1. But I think it'll go on the slower left. So 13 will lead him to that nicely. He can most likely get out here. $22 points. It looks like a lot. Let me tell you, it is not much at all. That turns around really quick. Really, it's just 2 runouts, and you're down 2 points all of a sudden. So, or up 42. It can swing really fast. What's up, Tony? Oh, the birthday boy was here earlier. It's Grant Zemp's birthday today. He came in for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Hung out for a bit. He was going home to have dinner. Another great player at the table here, Nelson. Shoots the eyes off the balls, this guy. And he's been playing great all tournament as well. All these players have been playing really good this weekend to get this far. There were a lot of good teams in this tournament, 24 teams. 24 teams that had $2,000 added. They had a second chance tournament. Gave away trophies. Not really nice pullover jackets. All the players on all the teams got a free steak dinner. They did this one up proper. I bet Grant had a good dinner tonight. Steph cooks amazing. Oh, look at this. He missed the ball, but he's getting super jam up safe. Wow. That was on the fortunate side, that shot, but wasn't like he missed the ball by a foot or anything, so. And he did have shape on the 5, so it wasn't really overly lucky. Looks like Clint Bearspaw ran out real quick over there. Almost spoke too soon, but he ran out and he won 10-1. Sorry for the camera shaking, guys. It's just somebody leaning on the counter where we got the tripod on. It's a little tight in here. I'll admit that. Can be a little tight. Noella, this is actually the final. But Kickstick Plus has to win twice over 50-50. They have to win 2 matches. And right now they're up 31 points, which is a pretty decent size lead, but still only around midway through the match. 31 can be caught up pretty quick. Oh, he made a really good hit on that other table because it wasn't easy just to hit that ball. He made a nice little hit off that bottom rail. I thought he might have been in more jail than that, but he got a pretty good result. He's going to shoot this hanger and try to make something happen with a safe here, I think. Because that 8 doesn't go. That's why he didn't shape the 1. Unless he is going to shoot the 1. He could shoot the 1 and then the 5 and break the 8. But he's got a lot of distance on this 1. Tough to get good on the 5. Yeah, he tried to do more than he probably needed to from where he was on that 6. He might have been able to get closer to the 1 ball. That would have got him closer to the 5. And hopefully with the angle that he could have broke out the 8 a little. Yeah, I did play Bernie. I played with a team. We got 4th place, which is not bad out of 24 teams, but we were definitely one of the favorites too, aside from the handicap. Handicap was fairly tough, but we still did pretty good. The matches that we lost, we had chances to win outside of the handicap, so they were close matches. Oh, good shot there. He didn't get the rub he wanted though. This is a really tough ball to cut in, especially with that side pocket looming to get shape. So you try to go underneath it, underneath the 8, but you need to use 3 rails because you can't just float over there 1 rail. So you got to go zigzagging back and forth. This is a tester. Yeah, he was zigzagging on that path, but he overcut the ball. Nelson's got a chance to increase their lead here. Did the bank off the 5 not go? I'm not sure, possibly. I might have missed that while I was looking at some of these comments. Bernie, there were 5 players on a team. 4 guys and a girl. Had to have a girl on your team. Look outside pocket. Yeah, it's in the heart. But when you have a 31-point lead, what you want to do is at least run to the 8, which he did. So the score is going to be 10-7, and their team's only going to lose 3 points out of their 31. Really, you just don't want to lose 10-1, 10-2, 10-0. Stuff like that where the swings become big, but 3 points is not too bad. No problem, Warren. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. All right, there we go. 50-50 won a game. No problem. Thank you. All right, let's see what. This is John Pipestem's son, Narcissus. Great player. Has been for years. Been shooting the eyes off the balls for years. He's lining up a bank here, it looks like. Great turnout, Bernie, for sure. Pretty tough to get 24 teams out to an event like this on a weekend. Warren, most EROs so far. How many did Billy have? 9. Billy had 9.
You want a lovely set of earrings?
He could technically still be caught. There is potential. I do believe Nelson had 4. So we'll see how that unfolds.
I had nothing to do with that. Yesterday you could have blamed it all on me, but
So Jeremy got himself in trouble pretty early there and didn't really have a good shot. Tried to kind of bank the ball and leave the cue ball safe. I guess he left it tough enough. Just hit the horn a little on that shot. Just undercut it a bit. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure he had a lot of room to make that ball. I thought he might shoot the other ball first, actually. That ball looked pretty tight from my view, but he must have thought it had lots of room. Tough to make those kind of shots when you don't have the whole pocket. You don't want to be hitting it at that speed unless you got the whole pocket or you're really close to the ball. It was an awesome little weekend tournament, AJ. It's a big weekend tournament, yeah, not a little one. Yeah, easily 300 in here yesterday, yeah. What a super stroke he put on that ball. Pounded it to get that action. Got a nice little horn to get shape on this one ball here, so see if he can roll this one in. Somebody's got to be the diplomat, Bernie. Good pot, but he needs his cue ball to slow down. Ooh, this is going to be a very tough shot on this 5 ball on the side here. Very tough to back cut these balls in the side when you're close to the ball too. It's hard to see the angle and judge the spin. And you gotta let your cue ball go a little bit to get shape. This is a tester. Unless it goes through the window in the corner, then you can roll it in. Well, off the ball, that would have been a really good shot. And still was a good shot. I think that might have been his intention. The way he played it was to cover the hole, if nothing else. Good shot. Oh, that's crazy, AJ. That would be a lot of fun. 124-man teams. Sounds like the payout might be insane as well. Anytime you jam that many people in one room, it's a lot of fun. Ah, howdy, Patrick, Neil. How's it going, buddy? Happy New Year. You guys are watching the Pipestem. John Pipestem Sr. 65th birthday tournament. Wanted to make sure I worded that properly. And we're at the hidden spot in Calgary, Alberta. That is Canada, if you don't know where Alberta is. And we're watching the final. I did notice that on one of the stream keys it says B-side final still. So when this match is over, if we do have a second match, which it's looking like it's going to go in that direction, because Kickstick Plus needs to win twice. So if it goes to a second match, I'll shut down the stream, restart it, make sure I get that stream key worded properly there. I know I changed one part of it from saying B final, but I didn't see the other part, so I'll adjust that. Definitely, AJ. If you got a poster for the tournament for next year, we couldn't make it next week, but it would be awesome if there's no handicap and it's 120 teams. We'd definitely make it, but for next year, if you find a poster, or even send me the poster for this year, that's fine too, but we like to see those tournament posters. So if you guys are listening, you ever have any of those, send them to Q Sports Live page. We like to hear about them. And if you want us to stream and promote it, then send a message to the page as well. We can work out travel costs and what it'll take to get us there. We're extremely affordable. Yeah, that was a little bit tough. He must have thought he could see enough of it. It was a tough shot. The problem is he put lots of left siding on that to try to get shape and avoid the scratch. I think is what he was trying to do. So with lots of left siding, it made the cue ball squirt to the right, and that's why he hit the 4 when he thought he was going to go by the 4. Extremely affordable, extremely affordable. I see what you did there, Bernie. Very good. Very good. It's only 9:30, so it didn't get by me yet. So the only thing he can do here is to play a little soft draw, and I think shoot in the top right. But the more I look at it, the more I think he could leave more angle and go above the 8 and shoot it in where the 15 is. I think it goes by there. I think it's got lots of room. And I might rather do that than try to play this little delicate shot, because that's a tricky little shot he was lining up there. He might still try to hold underneath this 8 though. But he would know better than I would from where he's standing. He can see if that 8 goes better than I can. He ran into it. perfectly. That's a good shot. He's straight in. They're increasing this lead even more now. He gives it the Eric Vargas wipe down. I like it. Takes his time. He's going to be sure. Rolls it in for the 10-5 win. And it looks like Trudy's got a pretty tough last ball here. A lot of distance. She's shooting that straight. Just gonna try to back cut this in. Or is she playing this in the top right? She is. She hit it pretty good, but that's a really tough shot from that distance. Really tough shot. As soon as this game's done, guys, I'm gonna do a score check and find out how many games are left. How did Money Shot do? I'm looking for them on the score sheet. And I don't see them anywhere. Money Shot. Oh, okay, I see them. It looks like they got 9th through 12th. So it looks like 50-50 won that game 10-6. Switch you back over to the other table there. So I'm going to go check the score real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got all the scores now. Got them all where they should be. There is a 1 or a 2-point handicap going on here as well, so I believe Kickstick Plus is getting like 2 points around. Alright guys, me and Ryan have been reffing in between games as well, so Ryan had to go home. He was sick all day, like ill sick. Stomach wasn't feeling too good, so he went home about an hour ago. So I'll finish this up, which is no problem. I don't mind staying and watching anyway. It's what I usually do. I'm a pool fan too. Even though I wasn't the happiest camper when we lost our last match by 1 ball. But it's over now, so back to watching some good pool in the final here. Which is what I like, is watching the finals when the pressure's on. Let's see what people are made of. Oh, he's missed the 3, but I think he got safe. And there's no jump cues allowed in this tournament, so he's eyeing it up like he can just spin it in. Lots of, maybe just a hair of left here. He might just have enough. He tried to just cheat the pocket with a little spin. Yeah, it's a tough shot. Tough shot if he didn't have enough to just make it. It looks like on the other table we got a 10-6 win for Kickstick Plus again. And I believe there's only about 5 games left. So this is just about out of reach. Normally they would play until, and what I mean by normally is in VNE rules, normally you would play until one team is mathematically unable to come back, and that would mean the match is over. So let's say there's 51 point difference and there's 5 games left. That means all you can get is 50. I mean, the team that's up 51 wins. So the match would finish, but in this case, there's prizes for highest average, I believe. And there is a lady on Kickstick Plus team, Trudy Big Plume, who has a chance at winning top lady. So they'll play out all the games, no matter what the score is. So I believe there's 5 games left in this match, and then we're most likely going to have another match. Second match for all the marbles. Good effort on kicking that ball in. I think the score is almost out of reach. And so I'm not so sure that shot's going to have too much of a factor on this match, but They weren't completely out of it. They were down 43 with, I believe, 5 to play. So let's say he had made the 4 and made the 8. That would have meant they would have only been down 40 with 4 to play, so they could win 10-0 4 times and tie potentially. Really tough to do. So it's pretty much out of reach. That's why he looked a little lazy on that ball, like it wasn't going to have too much of a factor. But I'll mark in the scores nonetheless, although I do believe this match is officially over. So we are going to see a second set, guys. Almost certainly. If I am correct with 4 games left, they're up by more than 40 points. Means it'll go to second set. The format, Chris, double elimination, handicapped by player average, total averages add up. The difference between both teams is how many balls you spot per round to a maximum of 13. VNEA, 25 game point system. The payouts, 2,500 for first, 2,000 for second, 1,500 for third, 1,000 for fourth. Delphine's got it on there. Yeah, and the second chance as well, guys. Paid out 600 for first and 400 for second. Yeah, they'll play out these final games because Trudy still has a shot. Delphine and her husband were the ones that put on this great tournament. As you can see her on the comments there. She posted the payouts. It was her husband's 65th birthday yesterday, so they put on a super great event this weekend. 24 teams. Looked like everyone had a great time. They were generous enough to donate quite a bit of money into this tournament, so I'm sure everyone is as grateful as I am for that. I know, personally I've known John pretty much as long as I've played competitive pool, so that'd be 10 or 12 years. Great guy. Always in the mix in these team events. His team got third. They had a great weekend. Not easy to finish that high with all the good teams. He's got no shot on this 14, but at this point, it's not a factor. Absolutely, Delphine. Yeah, top 4 teams got trophies and jackets. Super nice jackets. Trophies are super nice. They really did a great job putting on this event. They gave out most ERO prize, top lady. They drew for a free team entry. One of the 24 teams got drawn for a free entry at the beginning of the tournament. They had cake and cupcakes. It was an amazing tournament. Not too many of these around, and it's really hard to get 24 teams though to an event like this. So there was about 300 people in here yesterday. If I could guess, between 200 and 300 yesterday. It is true double knockout, Tracy. That is correct. Absolutely, Brian. And you know them as well as anyone. I'm sure they appreciate that comment. Watching on site. Gotta love that. These are the two teams that are left. A small B, this is going to go to a second set. Kickstick has to win twice, and this is the first set, but I believe there's only like 4 games left, and they're up by too much. So they're gonna play a second set. It's gonna be 1 set for all marbles. And John Pipestem's team got 3rd place, so. Yeah, and now his son's team is going to try to take it home for them. They're going to win the first set here. It should be noted that Trudy is a descendant of a legend as well. Mr. Joe Big Plume, you may have heard of him if you're from the Alberta area or even Canada or North America in general. He was one of the best snooker players we've ever been blessed with. And this lady at the table right here, this is Trudy Big Plume. She's got the pool in her blood, as you can see. So that'll leave, I think that's going to leave 3 games left. And when this 8-ball is pocketed, there will be 2 games left if my scorekeeping is correct. There's a good chance that Kickstick actually has 2 more points because of the handicap. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. I'm almost sure of it. We'll go ahead and stay on this table. Clint Bear's paw is going to break here. He's got a sledgehammer of a break off of this second ball. He likes to juice it lots, hit it hard. And he did, but he's coming up dry. Well struck, though. But as I mentioned before, none of these games are really too much of a factor. Yeah, for any of you guys that don't have your volume on, can follow along with Delphine's comments there in the comment section. She's got the best seat in the house right now, her and Johnny, to watch Narcisse's team try to double dip. How sweet would that be? Watch your son's team win the tournament on your 65th birthday. That's not bad. That's not a bad present. I'm sure he'll take that. He's got his 2 boys out here playing as well, so the pool runs in the blood in that family.
Get them started in junior league soon.
Yeah, those kids will be world beaters in no time playing at that age. Sounds like they've agreed to go to 3 tables for the next match, so I'll probably see if I can get that PTZ zoomed over there to that 3rd table so I can possibly sort of go back and forth and around and all over and watch 3 tables at once. Try to keep score. That'll be fun. I always enjoy a challenge. That's why I'm a pool player. I like a good challenge. So when that other match starts, it looks like I'll be able to get a pretty good shot on that 3rd table. So we won't miss too much if these first 2 tables have nothing going on. I can zoom in on that 3rd one. With not a terrible view. This is going to go to a 2nd match. On 3 tables, will go super fast, though. 3 tables could be an hour. I can't tell if he's frozen on this ball. If he's shooting the 13 and he's frozen on it, he could potentially make it push into that side pocket, but
I can't call her, Mom. I'm too old.
he called the 15. That was a brave attempt. It looks like Kickstick ran out another rack over there. Man, that guy's been running lots of racks. Steve, I believe his name is, ran out 10-0. They put a hurt on them this match. That was fun to watch.
Can you make sure they play this out for Abby just safe? You're already shaking hands, but I don't know if it's actually that. She'll set it there and I'll be like, yeah. That'll be the end of the beer. Yeah. I know.
He says that's good because it is not a factor in this match. So I believe that it was the final score of the first set. So it's going to go to a 2nd set, guys. We are not done here yet. So you guys can take a look at around the room here. A couple people chit-chatting. If you've never seen Hidden Spot before, we got 8 diamonds downstairs. And they got 8 valleys upstairs, 2 more 7-foot diamonds upstairs as well. And they have 2 9-foot diamonds, which you don't come across too often. They're super nice tables. We're spoiled in Calgary. We got diamond tables in 2 different pool halls. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to shut it down quick and restart it, just in case something crazy happens, and I'll change the stream key quick. So they're gonna take a 10-minute break, which is definitely they're due for. They got to try to regroup and come back fresh. I'm gonna do the same. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, I'll say.